There was one place I did want to go. One of the earlier places I could have gone, I didn't go. Let's get it.
Hey, wait. We're with you.
You gotta excuse me, I've been fighting a cold for 2 days, 3 days. I'm feeling a lot better though. Now, where was it I want to go? Not Helheim. Not Muspelheim. Ever again. Not Niflheim. Not Vanaheim. Not Alfheim. Svartalheim. Doon 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 doon. Doon doon doon. Nidavellir. Maybe it was actually Alfheim. Maybe it was Alfheim, Sam. It was Midgard. Midgard and the derelict outposts. I thought that was the sound the new axe made. How dare you?
Mimir, what else do you know of the mask?
Only that it was the great passion of Odin's life. He journeyed across Aegir's burning ocean into the heart of the silent matron herself to find it. Lost every man in his crew, but to hear him tell it, it was worth all that blood and more.
Mimir. Alright, Sam, you're gonna keep trying him. You're gonna get got. Up we go. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, his first was downbeat trap music. You know what it is. Ain't never told a lie in your day. Ain't never told a lie a day in your life.
Hey, Sindri.
So, how was Asgard?
I had a fight with Heimdall in a huge field of mud. It got everywhere.
No wonder you got out of there.
I brought some back if you want to see it.
Get away from me, you reprobate!
Now you know Sindri ain't trying to get dirty.
Hey, look at this symbol.
Why, that's the crest of Fjotorlund. It was the birthplace of my dear Sigrun. I never knew.
I see. Sigrun's kiss. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I don't know what accent that is, by the way. Don't ask me.
Look, another one of those cranes.
Make sure there's no secrets waiting for me. Looks like there are no secrets. Oh no! Ah!
There! That did it!
That did it. It missed! What a butt.
Time to move!
Boy, help! Fight was more taxing than it had to be.
Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves.
Casualties caused 78 dwarven, 3 other. Method of imprisonment, not slumber. Prison location, Midgard. Date of release, never. Unless the witches of Anaheim come up with a potion that turns aggression into something cuddlier. Even if you come into possession of a rousing relic, don't use it unless you're itching for a fight. Imprisonment overseen by AS, as in 1 letter away from what you can kiss if you keep making me carve reports into these tablets. Wow. So 1 troll took out 78 dwarves? Oh, that makes hitting ravens that are stationary much easier. Love that for me. I love that for me. I'm starting fights I got no business starting. Nothing over here. Can't go up. Oh, I can come back down though, looks like. Yeah. Video games! Make sure I didn't miss anything over here. I don't think I did. See, that's the thing I mentioned last time about the music in God of War. It's brief and haunting and it's good, but I won't remember any of the music. I enjoy it while it's happening, but I'm not going to go back and think about it.
When you said Sigrun, did you mean the old Valkyrie queen?
Aye. She was once a mortal princess of this realm.
Okay. Okay.
Helga!
Unbreakable. You shall not pass type beat. And so it is. I want that though. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know I see treasure and I got to have it.
Guess it only rotates in the other direction.
I'm gonna have my treasure. I'm gonna get mine. Know that. I'm finna get mine. But again, maybe I won't. So the game right now thinks it's smarter than me. The question is it? Oh my god, what if it is? Big. Whoa! Chill! Bodied. That was kind of cute. I want that. Well, I'm yelling it like that. I'm yelling at all of you. I want that. Go over there, hop down there, go across there, looks like. I feel a fight coming. Better fall back, homie. Whack!
Haters to your left!
Haters to your left.
On your right!
You getting bullied?
Alka!
Oh, big bully. I'll tell you what, these fights make you feel some kind of powerful. Well, they make me feel some kind of powerful. How about y'all? If, like, watching you feel powerful through me. But you should.
Alka!
Can't have nothing nice.
It avoids every attack!
A musical instrument from your homeland, isn't it? Can you play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
See? Succinct. Your homeland. Can you play? Yes. Will you? No. I don't even know why he asked. You know the answer? You think Kratos got time to be playing instruments? Does he seem like the kind of guy that's just waiting to play that thing? That should be good enough. Nothing complex. Just playing some video games. Easy.
Alka.
Beautiful. What we got in here? Okay. Crafting and money. I like both. Bootyful? Yeah, man. Tell me right now you couldn't go for some crafting materials and some money. I'll call you a liar. I bet you want both right now. Bodied. I'll swap you some Doritos hot salsa. What part of you makes you think that I want Doritos hot salsa? Because I don't. Like, I don't. Five R1s and one R2. We eat it with some toasts.
Alka!
You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
You eat Doritos hot salsa with toast? I mean, if you think it's good and it pleases your palate, why stop? You know what I mean? Isn't that what's most important? You're the one eating it. Just put it in your mouth. Who am I to tell you to stop? I don't control your mouth. I had a feeling that's the way it worked.
Clever.
Atreus saying what we're all thinking. Clever. Are you just hungry right now, Sam? Is that what it is? You want some yum yums in your tum tums, and right now you have none nuns?
Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned.
Never mentioned what? I want to know. Woe to the great Princess Sigrun. Her heart is broken, and her mind may follow. She committed a sin for which there can be no redemption. She loved the wrong man. Handsome of face, congenial of smile, he was perfect, except for his name, King Helgi. Sigrun's father, King Hogni, would never approve of such a marriage for one simple reason. This was the name of his old enemy. So strong was Hogni's hatred of Helgi that he would never allow that man into his home. But Sigrun loved him still, and so she endeavored to convince her father that love could be stronger than hatred. She was mistaken. Dang. Dad didn't approve of the love because he's a hater. That's why the number one rule of life is never love. You never got to worry about that taking place. W. What's this? F. I like that a lot. Not more than that, though. AoE circle always wins. Love is stronger than the vibes.
That?
Cap.
Looks like a key.
Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
No lock. It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
Not broken, just split in half. Why can't you sound like that, Sam? Not broken, just split in half. You can, sort of. This felt like a fight area, but it's not. I'm okay with that. F out of here. Oh, it is fight time. You're such a pain in my butt. Whoa! You're so annoying. Fuck out of here. What the fuck you thinking? You thought I was asleep? Think I'm sweet?
Right side, brother.
You're so annoying. What's good? Oh shit, that's right.
They want to stop the wisps, brother.
Mind your own business. A bit more Glasgow. Mimir's a bit, a wee bit too Twee Highland. Is anyone in your family from the Highland?
What did the rune say?
Sigrun. She loved another. A king named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
Haters.
Must have been hard for her not to marry who she wanted.
I imagine so.
Say one thing for Tyr, he's got taste.
Okay, you say so. Can I go down here without being accosted? You just got born there. Ah. Got it. Just got born there. It's a funny way to put it. My family's actually Scottish. Just got born there. Is there a faster way to get over there? There's not. I said, walk your little happy ass over there. Oh, wait, no, there is. I'm about it. I'm about it. The dwarves traveled like this, why can't I?
Odin's mask. How did you hear about it in the first
He
place?
said a voice spoke to him one night, entreated him to collect the mask and control his own fate. I still think it's a bunch of bollocks. Odin got drunk, convinced himself a wooden mask would solve all his problems.
You don't say. Odin got drunk and had problems afterwards. What? Can you all believe it? Odin got drunk. Oh yeah, switching stances. Right. Forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. Oh, I forgot about this too. See, man, there's just so many moves in this game. There's just so many moves.
And pranced about the realm until he found a sufficiently mysterious bauble to fit the bill. Mask probably doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah, probably.
There's so many moves, Sam. That's definitely the wrong move. Right. See, I forgot all about that move. We here. Catching flies with his mouth. What's the fastest way to get over there? Go east and a berserker gravestone. I know about those. Oh, the markers show me BS like this now. Okay. Let me take care of some business then. You say this for the champions. Oh, row, row, row. I don't have the HP to do this fight.
Berserker gravestone.
I don't have the HP to do this fight, but I'm about it anyway. I'm about it.
Ragni the Zealous.
Whoa. Whoa, I meant to move and I didn't.
That one, brother.
Oh, Nuckies. Nuckies. Nuck if you buck. Oh, God. Ah! Big booty damage. Good Lord. Put some hands on him. What's good, baby? What's good, baby? Wow, one tapped. There's HP behind me. There's the HP. I need this. Thank you. Good Lord. Whoa, good Lord. Whoa, I was just playing. Chill. Throw some D's on him. You're in my AoE circle, you nerd. Can I have this? I parried that for free. Whatever. I'm knucking and bucking and ready to fight. What up, Naja? Welcome back for 63. I'm sorry I died on that fight. You deserve better. I was throwing some D's and I didn't D's enough, I guess. I'm finna run it back though. I started with low HP anyway.
Ragni the Zealous.
Welcome for King Crawl!
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
No, I'm not. It hurt a lot. Fade ran. Fade successfully ran. Woo! Breathe. Oh, woo! Breathe. One and then the two, two into the three, three into the four. Then you gotta. But these niggas can't breathe when I come through. Hum through some shoes. Gotta be 20s, man. It's not even. Oh shit! I got too cute. I got too cute. You said you breathing now, ain't you, Buster? Whoa! Whoa! I want that health. Woo! Woo! Unblockable. Blockable. Nuckies. Breathe. Don't run, B-word. That's an unblockable, but so's this. Corner trap. Did my son use his ult and miss every attack? He did. I see health. I see health. I see health. I'm gonna die for it. I'm gonna die for it. I'm gonna die for it.
Guide me, my king.
Shit, can't see. Got the health. Nah. 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 Yak, 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 yak. Oh, hands. What's good, baby? Ah! Right into my AoE circle, you dumb B-word. How's that AoE taste? B-word? Yak'em. Yak'em. Good at games, good at games, good at games, good at games. Good at games.
Tell me more of this king.
He's not worth wasting my breath over. His berserker champions even less so. Trash. The lot of them.
Why wait until now to speak of them?
Before, there was nothing to be done. And finding that help changed things.
I love how Kratos, not even literally 1 second, it was like half a second after killing this dude and beheading him, tell me more of this king. Like a millisecond after beheading him.
Here, yeah?
Ah, tell me more about this king. But yeah, you can't breathe. No lies detected, not yet. Damn, I gotta go get another redstone. That was pretty cute. Apart from that one being dead part, that was a school. I think so. That's why I said, like, to me so far, playing this game on a harder difficulty, the bosses are gonna hit harder, but to me, the bosses aren't that bad. Because I treat bosses the same way I would treat like a Soulsborne boss. I have a parry button, I wait, I parry. I watch attack patterns as whatever else. What's hard for me in the harder difficulties in this game are the regular mobs.
I scouted ahead. The lake's
Because
crawling
now
right
I
now.
have
Be careful.
between 3 and 8 or 12 different people that are hitting so much harder as a group. Now I've got to dodge and dodge and dodge and hit everything and use all these moves to get out of prison. But single target mobs, single target bosses, with that, I just gotta play smart. They hit harder, so I might die in 2 hits or 3 hits instead of dying in, let's say, 5 or 6. But that's cool, I'll take that. But the regular mobs be having me in hell.
Whatever you need.
You know what I mean?
No need to thank me.
I wasn't going to. Oh yeah, Naja, for your resub. I got you. You ready? Put the strap on, obviously. We'll clean it up, don't worry. Bop! Got you, Naja. Happy 63. All right. My dog's at. What the dog's doing? Yggdrasil Rift. I suppose I might have caused those problems. Might need to fix it.
So, how did you manage to kill Garm anyway?
We killed him a few times, actually, but it didn't take. and I figured maybe the way to stop a soulless beast was to give it a soul. So I gave it the one I had on me.
I beg your pardon?
Fenrir, remember the light Father saw? The accidental magic I did when Fenrir died? That was part of Fenrir's soul going into my knife. Once I figured that out, I just put Fenrir into Garm.
Clever one, lad! A gigantic hell beast with the soul of a loyal pup. Bloody brilliant!
I bet Atreus is so happy to hear that. I'm sorry, you said I was what? Bloody brilliant. Me. Yeah, you. You said I'm brilliant. Yes. So you're saying I'm really smart. What? Yes. Me. Yes. What? Give that man his flowers. As a youth. Youth flowers. Nice. Sorry. Didn't mean to run into you like that. Let's go this way first. Welcome to hell. Holy shit, dude. I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that. I forgot these rips are actually dangerous as hell. I don't have to use my Blades of Chaos on them because they are not frozen, nor are they ice type. Which means I can rock it with my axe, which is preferable. Run it back.
Duraka! On your right!
Good lord, man. They are so obnoxious. I will use it. They have me in hell. Unblockable. What's up, 1v1 me? You still nice? Wow, you are still nice. They are the baddest dudes on the planet. I don't even give a hell what Adrian says. Son, save me. Save Dad.
Switching!
That's so whack, man.
Brother, get up! Brother!
The way they leave behind little proximity mines or time mines every battle is so whack. I hate them so much. They are my least favorite enemy to fight. I swear, the Dark Elves have me in the blender every time. A tiny man tanked me. For real.
Target down! Helga!
Thank God. Yo, dunk this clown. He ain't dead? Shit. Bro. You know it's bad when you gotta hit him with 2 R3s. 2 R3s in this economy? Unnecessary. Dark elves is the worst. That sounds racist. But it's not. They are the worst. Something's barking. I'll write that in one moment. Oh, I already got this. Nice. Okay, cool landing. There goes nothing. Now how the F? Did I not have that unlocked? Is this dangerous? Oh, nice. I was expecting a beatdown. Lo and behold, one did not appear. First time for everything. Oh, one of you. Thought I heard yelping over here. Nice. That's the elevator stop that I saw. Nice. That's all done. Cool. More time to waste over there. Yep. It's a wrap. Rhapsody. And it only cost me almost all my HP. Lego. I feel like when Kratos runs, I feel it too. You know what I mean? When he's huffing and puffing like that, I feel it in my bones. Because I too have had runs like that where I'm huffing and puffing. So I feel it. I feel what he feels.
Hey, Mimir, there's another insignia. I think this place belongs to Sigrun's kingdom.
So.
You didn't let homeboy finish. I knew you knew what he was going to say, but still. Don't do it. Better fall back. Y'all better fall back.
Get off him!
That's an unblockable. Oh, dude's upside down and sideways and everything.
What happened here?
Nothing good.
You ever managed to blow your house down, though? No, I just huff and I puff. That's all. I don't have quite the strength needed for that. Please forgive. Why? You got somebody who needs the house blow down? Cool. Clang. It's one of those time ones. There's C. There's R. There's N.
Think there's another way around?
Probably. It's timed. Let me find the list. What happened to this dude? How'd this happen to you? How'd you get got like this? That can't have been a snare trap. Like, where's the rope even go? You just got schmixed. That sucks. Out here playing that Predator ASIM.
I think I saw a staircase on the other side. Yaffa!
Sciaffa. I mean, I see it right there.
Do her Atreus!
Use a hoe. Guess I gotta go around this way. Ooh.
Look out! Yaffa!
Duffed.
Behind you!
Jesus, why? Go anywhere else. Bro. Bro.
This is a fine mess.
Now they're just being cruel with their mix-ups. What if we threw in some melee, right? A ranged DPS that has good runaway, but the melee does Berserker Barrage as well, and then just some rando tank in there. They out here doing PvP mix-ups. And it's just me and Boyo. And they said, fair.
Look out!
Punch that horse. Yak him. Good Lord. They are built differently, I swear to God.
right side, brother. Behind you, look out!
You're so raw. My guard!
Watch your right!
Devious.
Sigrun came from a kingdom of warriors, huh?
Sigrun herself was no slouch with a sword.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, they be doing the most out here. I swear. Who were y'all guarding that was so precious? Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Let's give it away, nigga. Boom 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 boom. Excuse me. That was damning and taxing. Did I use my redstone? I actually cannot recall. That beatdown was so pure that I don't remember if I used it or not. I just recall being hurt that entire battle. My only memory, pain. That's my takeaway. Did it hurt? Yes. All right, I'll bite. What's this?
Here's the other staircase.
I'll bet. Thanks. Oh, it's a command prompt. Ha. Hey, must be the money. Now we can do that puzzle much easier. It's easier to do. Protect your neck down here. Shit.
Maybe an arrow?
Fortunate.
Maybe those runes can give us a bit of history about this place.
Oh, that makes this much easier.
Father, I think I see another key piece over there.
You're right.
I knew those key pieces would fit. Can't wait to see what lock it belongs to.
I'm glad you're pumped for it. I'm still recovering from the turbulence of all this. Excuse me.
Oh, an artifact from the River Empire. Never been myself, but I hear it's lovely.
What we got in here? I still haven't found my other piece yet for the rage boost. I got my health boost, but I'm still waiting my rage boost. This it? Ah. That would have been nice. Alas.
It can't be.
It is.
Mimir, what's wrong? What did it say?
The death of Helgi. One, I'm sure the treasure will be worth all this pain. Yeah. Two, was that an Ankh? I don't know. You tell me. Viewer. How are you, beep beep? How are you? Ash to ash, bones to bones. Where love cannot live, death takes hold. Here are the words of Prince Dagger. My spear drips righteous and red from the blood of that cad, King Helgi. My father, in his wisdom, denied him the hand of my sister, Princess Sigrun, knowing his true and dark nature. Oh. Her brother killed King Helgi? Enraged by this slight, King Helgi gathered his forces and invaded our land, determined to claim his bride. His murderous soldiers dipped their swords into the hearts of all who opposed their unclean union. Mother, father, all my brothers hunted down and slaughtered, all because he was denied my fair sister. The only male of my line left standing, I impaled the villain Helgi on my spear, did my duty, and avenged my family. So, Princess Sigrun, who would be head of the Valkyries, outside of Freyr, falls in love with King Helgi. Her father says, I don't think so. King Helgi's my sworn enemy. Fuck your love. So King Helgi says, bet I'm gonna come get my bride and we're gonna live happily ever after. Starts marching on the land. And then her brother, Prince Dagger, says, about that. And then kills her love. Wow. So much for that happy ending. That's not cool. Hashtag. What's the order? CNR. Good toss, Adrian. Good toss. Oh, was it time? I didn't know it was on time. I'm so sad. I didn't know I was that sick with it. How are you, Weep Weep? Oh, there it is. Defo worth it. Maximum rage. That's all of them. I'm maxed out. This is max rage, max health. So from this point on, I gotta hold that. Whew. Okay. Where's my next destination out here in Alfheim? Or Midgard, rather.
King Helgi massacred her family just because he couldn't have her. Only her brother, Prince Dogger, survived to kill the Mad King.
He killed her family? He said he loved her.
He wished to possess her. It is not the same.
Oh, and all the time Sigrun and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
She probably didn't want you to think of her that way. You know?
Not really a conversation you have amongst friends. So how's your family doing? Murdered? I'm sorry? Murdered. That's how they're doing, because my entire family was murdered. Did I never tell you that? I didn't. Oh. Do you think maybe there was a reason I didn't ever tell you? Maybe. Okay, I bet. Actually, you know what? I could make the ride. I don't think it's that far away. Or that close. We'll just run it. Marathon hours, let's get it. Luckily, I have a keen sense of direction. No, I haven't gone up there yet at all. And I won't. Eyes on the prize, Adrian. Eyes on the prize. Don't get distracted.
Now that I've spent time in Asgard, it's strange to imagine Magni and Modi there. Sif raised them both, right? She seems like a good mom. Maybe a little overprotective.
A good mother, not the Sif I knew. In a culture as debaucherous as the Aesir, being a paragon of womanhood meant being a fierce fighter and a fiercer drinker.
Hold! What is that?
What's that over there? It looks like a spear.
They all paused. Hold. What is that?
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Better to have weapons and not need them than the other way around, I guess.
Tyr didn't want to intimidate anyone with his armaments, lad, but rather had them on hand in case his hand was forced. Impressive looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big.
It is big. Yes. It is quite large. Do you know what else is quite large? No, Kratos, come on, buddy. We've heard this joke before. Ask me what else is quite large. No, Kratos, again, no one wants to hear it. Ask me. What else is quite large? Let mommy Sif have a little drinky. Yeah, she's out here raising Magni and Modi and dealing with Thor as a husband. She want to get a little lit, let her. I say good for her.
Mimir, you mentioned Sif wasn't a good mother when you knew her. Like, she used to drink a lot?
Aye.
Hold! I hear something large.
Oh, I do too. Oh, what is that?
Is that a frost troll? You won't be happy to see us.
Yo, I have an idea. Really? Come on. But I'm winning. Yes, I really thought that would work. This game sucks. That was a lot of damage. Skiaffa! Your boy's getting bullied. Good Lord.
Impressive.
Kratos wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Then anti-Adrian shit. Martin, did you see your boy cook? Martin, did you see your boy cook just now? Did you see that? Did you see that? Ooh, ooh wee. Ooh wee. Na 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 na. You know what we call that, Martin, where I come from? Call that light work. You know where we call that where you're from? Light work. Five minutes on each side for a nice crust. Ooh, good joke. I like that. I'm gonna steal that. That's mine now. Can't wait to use it. Thank you.
Mimir, you can yell at me if you want for leaving.
What would that accomplish?
Might make you feel better.
No. You didn't trust me enough to talk through your worries. That's a wound not easily mended.
I'm sorry.
You needn't be. The fault is mine.
It truly is. I'm glad we got that out of our system. Look, they're waiting for me, the boys. Oh, my babies.
Mimir, you mentioned Sif wasn't a good mother when you knew her.
Ha.
She used to drink a lot?
Aye. She and Thor seldom knew a moment's sobriety, whether brutally dealing with their enemies or, just as brutally, raising those boys.
What do you mean?
Oh, little brother. I know you didn't have an easy childhood, but you can't fathom how much worse it can get. Imagine learning discipline by having it thrashed into you time and again. That was Thor's approach, the same one Odin used on him. A poisonous notion of manhood passed down through generations. A grim inheritance, leaving all of them the poorer.
Well, Sif doesn't drink anymore. Neither of them do.
I am quietly flabbergasted to hear it.
I get the sense it's more recent for him, but I know he loves his daughter.
I expect that's the explanation. Sif goes straight and hopes that raising a good daughter will redeem their past failures. Thor struggles. Maybe she gives him an ultimatum after some breaking point or other.
Like what he did to Modi, that night he found us.
Oh, that's a deft guess, lad. And if that ultimatum worked, well, good for them. Truly.
Sober Thor is a crazy thing.
That's so weird. We must have been to this part of the lake 100 times, and I've never seen that building before.
Aye. Strange, isn't it? Let's take a closer look.
Aye. It is strange. Aye. It's a lot of hack silver. And yeah, God of War 1 and Horizon 1 are both on PC. I imagine that once Sony is done raking in the cash, of having both on PlayStation, then the sequels will be on PC as well, in all their fidelity. To collect that Steam money. Did you just spawn into existence? What do you think was gonna happen?
Yikes! Be here! Do not worry about me.
Enough.
Doesn't that big shield look familiar?
It's another piece of Tyr's likeness sent flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Spawns, yells, dies. It's kind of our existence if you think about it, Martin. Bloodborne 2, you're still holding on to that? I mean, brother, is it the greatest one of all time? Absolutely. Would I love a part 2? Absolutely. One of the few Souls games I'd be there day one for. Will it happen? Ah, man. My sweet summer child. Do you genuinely not want it because you're afraid it'll never live up to the first one?
Shield's in the way.
At all? Ever? Or what's your reasoning? Interesting.
There has to be a way to move the shield.
Huh?
I don't think brute force will work.
Wanna bet? Interesting. Oh, I see what has to happen. Did I not get all of it? Okay.
What if we climb up the shield?
Shut your mouth, boy. Oh. Okay, you're right. A sequel is a dangerous thing. I think oftentimes the success of one genre or one game or one anything, one piece of media, wants you clamoring for more, right? Like, oh my god, that was so good, I want some more of it. Which is fair. Something's that good, you're gonna want more of it for sure. But sometimes a thing is beautiful because it was good that one time. And to explore it further is unnecessary. You know what I mean? A lot of times a story that needs to be told is told. Any more is excess. And at that point, you're trying to drag on a story that has no business being drug on. You're searching for something else that's there that's not there. Which is why I think Bloodborne did the right thing by having the DLC with the Old Hunters. Because Bloodborne's DLC, the Old Hunters, was a nice look into the ones before. You know, everyone else. It followed up on the story of Bloodborne, masterfully told, and said, here's a little other tidbit of it. But sometimes things don't need more. What was there is enough. We get confused because we enjoy a story so much. We want more of that story. I know it was good because that's all there was, but you don't need more. What you got was sufficient. Would I love more Nina Marie? Of course. But if it ended at 35 months, I would say, okay, that's the amount of Nina that I get. I have no more Nina. You know? Those are just things you gotta hold on to, I think. So I get it. I really do. Just like there's Passion of the Christ too being worked on apparently, and my question mark head was like 2. Did King James work on another edition that I know about? Is there the Bible too? I don't understand. Wasn't the story told in the first one? Let's put aside the idea of what religion is and theology is, right? We can talk about it as a real life occurrence, or we can even talk about it as a book or a story, right? Either way, the story's been told. Anything else is conjecture. I don't get it. I don't. Less is more, except when it comes to subbing to Okaydrian. Aww, what a sweet thing to say. Yeah, culinary, really. Really. A sequel to The Passion of the Christ focuses on the events that occurred 3 days between the crucifixion and resurrection, when Jesus was descended to Abraham's bosom to preach and resurrect Old Testament saints. So it's filler. They're doing the Star Wars thing. It's Star Wars in reverse. Whereas Star Wars told the story, and then they told you, what if we told you what happened before Star Wars? And then they said, ooh, what if we told you what happened after Star Wars? They're doing it in reverse. What if we told you what happened in between the crucifixions? I bet George Lucas is pissed. I started that first. That's my trend. How dare you? Oh, by the way, Nina, I got something for you. For subbing. Happy 35. Gotta put on some protection first, you know? I didn't get my spin. I'm sorry. Oh, come on. That was right where it needed to be. That was right in the pocket of the 1 and the 2 pin. But I was going from the right-hand side because I'm a righty. I should have went from the left-hand side. My bad. Happy resub. I got a spare, just saying. Way to brag, dude. Way to brag. Bible Peace Walker is amazing. But yeah, back to the earlier conversation. Sometimes I enjoy a thing because it happened that one time and it didn't get a follow-up. I mean, look at me, right? I got Shenmue, my favorite game of all time, right? Then I got Shenmue 2, like no less than 2 years later. And I said, wowie, wow.
Hey, that could be useful.
This game is awesome. But Londi got away again. And for 20 years, I thought, I will never get a Shenmue 3, but I gotta find out what happens to Londi. Does he get away? Does Dio get his revenge or whatever else? And lo and behold, 20 years later, I finally get, well, I won't say my answers. I finally get what I wanted. I get Shenmue 3. And instead of being wowed, mystified by what happened and going, I can't believe it, it's actually here, this is incredible, I'm left with more questions. Not answers. And some part of me thinks maybe I was just better alone with just Shenmue 1 and 2. And that should have been the end of it. And the worst part is, there's probably going to be a Shenmue 4. And the worst part of that is some part of me is like, is there a redeeming factor? Maybe Shenmue 4 might be a bop. I don't know. But the pragmatic side of me says, no, it won't, Adrian. Get your head out of your ass. Maybe it'll be a bop. Duke Nukem Forever. I played that when it finally came out. I played 3 levels. And I said, you know what? Good for them. Good for them. And I never played it again. Not as a ho-ho, check out this gamer. But I just wanted to see what could be accomplished after all those years. If anything, I'm happy for the development team or anybody who worked on it to finally put that to rest. Because it had to have been haunting for all those years to have that be a thing and just be like, man, can we just finish this damn thing? So everyone stops asking about it or talking about it or it weighing on our soul as an unfinished thing. And it finally did. But I've never met one person who has Duke Nukem Forever on their all-time list. With all due respect. And that's okay. How are you doing, by the way, Nina? What's good with you?
That's it. Now, how do we open that gate?
Oh, oh, it's magic. You know. First, you shoot that.
Helgi.
Do that. Do that. And then this. Booyah.
Hey.
Video games.
You falling for my trap?
What?
Nothing. Just playing around.
That's kind of cute. Because he's locked in here. Haha, you falling for my trap. Haha, just playing around. I get it. I play around like that. I play around like that too. I also play around like that. Just playing around. Just some jokes. Let me foul. Just some hee-hees and ha-has.
I would fire, but the door.
Oh, S-word. Look at that.
Great. Now, what's in here?
Let me find out.
Whoa. What is this place? Father, look. It's Sigrun's insignia.
Busy.
This must be her family's treasury.
Good eye, lad.
Good eye
I
lock.
wager that door leads to the coffers. Now that we have both halves to that key, we should see if it matches that lock.
Booyah! Brain hurts from too many meetings lurking to detox my mind. If you're in the right place to detox your mind, right here in OK Purview. Good for you. Can't wait for my phone case to get here today so I can stop treating my new phone like it's made of porcelain. You know, kind of on topic, but not really beeping. You know what makes me mad? When I got my iPhone 13 mini, which by the way was my first iPhone ever. I've been an Android guy all my life. One BlackBerry. Love my BlackBerry, by the way. Like, it was the day that it released. And I got a mini because I've always had big phones. But now I don't really need a big phone any longer. Because all I do is just do email, business. Oh my God, I'm such an old dude now. I text on it. I web browse, but I don't really watch media on it. I can see just fine on it. So I need a large screen to text, right? Or a large screen to browse. And for gaming, I have my handheld consoles, right? And so the only ones they had in stock were a boring black one or a red one. I think the red is part of the parentheses red anti-hate campaign. I was like, well, shit. Let me get the red one. That joint looks hot. And so I got my red iPhone. I'm chilling. What's the first thing that you buy for your phone? You buy a case. So I have this really dope beige leather casing for my iPhone. I'm like, damn, this case is so sick. And then every time I pick it up, it hits me. That meme of the black and white drawing of the dude in the corner of the party with the party hat on saying nobody here at this party knows that I insert meme. That's me. Nobody here knows that I have a red iPhone. Not even me. And it makes me spiteful. Because I love that red. But no one ever knows I have a red iPhone. What am I going to do? Take it out of the case and carry it around? No. Dumb. Risk of breaking it. So it's a hard to swallow pill that I take every day with my multivitamins. Hi, Rose. I used to sell netbooks at Best Buy.
Look out!
I never... Can I help you? Who is this bitch? Oh, that's Stance! I know that Stance. Yeah? Yeah? Dumbass. Yak him! Okay.
You all right, brother?
No. That's unblockable. Of course you. Oh, your shield. That's cute. Fucking bitch. Why? Why ads? Touchdown. All right, back to 1v1. Unblockable. Stupid fucking flying gnats.
Throw your axe at the glowy thing!
Oh, right! Do the chain. Yeah, get him. Oh.
Hey, what's that skeleton doing there?
Don't know, lad. Not sure I want to.
How are you, Rose?
Press Prince Dogger. Wait, Prince Dogger? Wasn't that Sigrun's brother?
Yes.
The one who killed her boyfriend?
Yes.
Helgi.
Aye, he was.
This is his final resting place? Did you die on the throne, or did they move your body to the throne? Next to your treasure? Oh, interesting. But yeah, I used to sell netbooks. I was part of that phase in Best Buy when that was still around. Netbooks were actually a pretty convenient solution for a lot of college kids. There's always the idea that, you know, what's cool and what's not cool. So there were some ideas of netbook not being as cool as a laptop. But for essentials, you're just word processing in college. You're web browsing low media websites and you're typing reports, and netbooks allowed you to do all that in a very convenient form factor. So netbooks were kind of hit, and they had way better battery life than laptops. They didn't take off. They lasted about, I think, a 3-year, 4-year span before laptops were like, we'll fix our battery life, okay, and we'll slim down a bit, and we'll have gaming laptops instead and regular laptops. And then netbooks kind of faded into anonymity, obscurity, unfortunate. The guy told me I can only order a black S222 Plus, and I said it could be the green one for all I care. It's still going to case, they'll cover it up anyway. You get it. You get it. You get it. I also had a Chromebook.
Are you certain you want to read this?
No, brother. You do it.
I also had a Chromebook. I had an Asus Flipbook Chromebook, which transformed from a tablet to a laptop. right? It would be in laptop form, typing on it, and then you would just turn it sideways, clap, clap, Transformers, and it's a tablet. And that was the coolest thing I had for a long time. That was actually what I had when I first started hosting back in 2016. When I was just getting started into hosting and interviewing and getting deeper into streaming, that Chromebook kind of saved my life. It allowed me to take notes the way that I wanted to and look stuff up without dealing with the absurdity of a large laptop and not having a tablet. Supremely useful. I still have it. I haven't turned it on in ages either. But then I tried running games on it because it was a Google device, so I could run Android on it. It was a separate OS, and it ran games poorly. But the NES games kind of hit as ROMs. You know what I mean? When I worked security, we had netbooks mounted on an arm inside the patrol car, made report writing so much easier. I bet. What'd you have before? Popular with an E? I would have loved to have a really fun case that looks like a Pokédex or a Rotom Porygon phone or a Sheikah slate, but then I'm risking loss of protection from my dumb self dropping it. I think about that quite often, Beep, and there are some really, really, really cool phone cases out there which can survive a drop of about 2 feet at best. Right? A Sheikah slate would be so cool, especially if it made the little noise, the or you can get a case that you can drop over and over again and know your phone's going to be fine. And then you have a fight with yourself. Okay, self, what's more important? Protecting my phone or pulling my phone out and looking like a badass? How do I know I haven't missed my wifey already? The flights that I've boarded, and they say, now boarding, Comfort Plus, Sky Miles, Sky Advantage, and all that stuff, right? Gold Medallion Elite Plus. I go up there. I have my phone ticket right here. I have my ticket right here on my phone. A little QR code. And when you go up there, you scan it. Beep, beep, beep. And they're always making eye contact with your phone, then you, to make sure it securely advances you towards you need to go and smiling at you and saying, have a nice day. Imagine I have a Sheikah slate phone case. My crush sees me. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, is that a Sheikah slate phone case? Oh, yeah, you play Breath of the Wild? I love that game. I do too. Here's my number. Were you flying to Seattle? Me too. I'll see you there. Right? But no, my beige, boring phone case has robbed me of the love that could be. I'm basically this story. I'm part of King Helgi and Sigrun and all that, but with a phone case. There never was a love as passionate and sordid as the one that took root between fair Princess Sigrun and the foreign King Helgi. Helgi begged for her hand, but Sigrun's father, King Hogni, refused. And so Helgi raised a terrible army and descended upon her land, murdering all who opposed their union. King, queen, princes all laid dead, all except for Sigrun's brave brother, Prince Dagger. Valiant Dagger took his spear and ran it through Mad King Helgi. When the princess discovered her lover dead by her brother's hand, rage blinded her, and she did inflict a curse on him most foul. But as her vision returned and she saw her entire family dead, she realized her mistake. It was too late. The curse on her brother had taken hold. From the depths of grief came heartbreaking regret, and it overwhelmed her. In penance for her sins, she cast off her riches, titles, and throne, and to dedicate her mind, body, and soul to the mighty Valkyries. A vow she did make to tuck her heart away, for her love was too dangerous. That's me with my phone case. Same. Where's my story carved into stone as an epitaph of a love long lost forgotten, never to be born in this world? A babe suckling at the teat of what could not be.
It seems Sigrun put a curse on her brother for killing the Mad King.
No. Truly?
She did not know the Mad King had murdered her family. Once she did, it was too late. She had cursed her brother. That is why she joined the Valkyries. To atone.
Mimir, are you okay?
Yes, lad. Funny. Learning all this only makes me love her more. She chose me despite my flaws, my regrets. Knowing she has some of her own makes me feel closer to her.
I am glad to hear it.
Me too, man. Love's funny like that. Pretty F-wording, far from okay. Yeah. Mimir, you okay? No. Oh, actually, the way you said that weeping makes me think of Pulp Fiction. Same line. You okay? No. I'm pretty far from fucking okay. Money. Money.
Father, up there.
That's the joke. YS? YS. You schmuck? What you calling a schmuck? You're a schmuck. By the way, yes, I do have a stuffy nose. It's affecting the way that I sound. Please don't bully me. I will cry in real life. Oh, wow, that was unintentional. Okay.
Another one of Dvalin's diagrams.
You spoke of his conscience.
Aye. He saw that the Aesir would likely use his powerful weapons to cut down his fellow dwarves, so he ripped out his design pages and scattered them.
And what of him?
Well, the All-Father found out. He wasn't terribly pleased.
I haven't even noticed you sounding stuffy, so you're saying I sound nasally all the time? Interesting. Strike two, beeping. I dedicate this chest opening right here to my good friend Nina. Oh, brother. Hey! Wait, what? Oh. I can get even more maximum health. I'm not capped. Huzzah! First, we feast. I do love me some max health. That is very true. With an F, by the way, so thank you for acknowledging the F. Melee attacks against an enemy inflicted with hex deal bonus damage. Oh, give me that for sure. Yes, sir. Yeah. Cause I got enemies hexed up all the time. They be hexed. Cool. That means now I can work on a new goal. A new favor even. B word. I'll do this. I'm already here. Let's get it. Oh, whoa.
Mimir, did you know Garm? Why was he locked up to begin with?
Ah, Hell's Peril Sentinel. Well, believe it or not, Midgard was once bigger. Until Gar, then just a wee pup, got peckish.
He ate Midgard?
Only a few mountain ranges. And the 5th season that comes after winter but before spring. And the
Wait,
worst
time out.
feeling when you get so hungry, you...
He ate Midgard? The mountains? And an entire season? A 5th one? That's why there's no 5th season? The Snick? No, the dog. Garm. The Hellhound.
Stop being hungry.
You're messing with me.
I would never.
There was a season between winter and spring. Oh, man, I bet that season was amazing. Because I hate spring. That's when all the bugs come back. The winter's all right with me. So something in between? God. What's this? feel like I should buy a resurrection stone. But I ain't no bitch, so. It is with great pleasure that I, Ingolf Yolni, hereby transfer ownership of my most prized relic to one Alvi Stonefoot in exchange for 1/4 equity of this fledgling forge, 79 pieces of hack silver, and 1 wheel of dry-aged Gamalost. May it awaken for him a trove of untold adventure and fortune. No returns or refunds accepted. Okay. Swindled? Possibly? Hornswoggle?
That relic. Do you suppose it's the one we read about?
Awakens something dormant deep down inside of the bearer? Mystical heirloom? A cooldown of 18 seconds? What does it do? What does it do?
To counteract a sleeping curse.
Counteract a sleeping curse. I haven't been put to sleep yet. F word. How do I? Oh, right. No? Okay, cool. I am that guy. You thought Snack at the world? Maybe, but this isn't about the world. This is about Midgard. One portion of the world. Instead of the entirety of. Okay, cool. Good story. Bye-bye. Growing boys gotta eat? Still. Midgard? Midgard is the world? Shut up, beeping.
So, Mimir, how did they capture Garm in the first place?
That was Tyr's doing. He lured the beast somewhere safe and kept it distracted by lending his own arm to be gently chewed.
Huh.
Once the chains were on and the gate to Helheim was opened, Garm bit Tyr's arm clean off in retribution.
But Tyr's not missing an arm.
Well, it grew back, eventually. He is a very resourceful god, after all.
Oh. It grew back? Because he's resourceful? Like Piccolo. Yeah, like Piccolo. It's funny. Bye. You won't come down here, right? Thank you. All right. How would you like a free ass beating? Dude's pumped. He can't wait.
Incoming fire!
Wow, you don't care, huh?
It's gonna blow!
Chill.
Left side, brother! Four raiders!
Who wants a body massage? Get down here.
Fire in your back!
Yeah, thank you. Caught that. Come here. Welcome.
Helga!
Obliterated, honestly. Honestly, obliterate it. Kind of soft.
Elka!
Fire, right flank!
I see it.
This is the last.
Suspect that's all of them.
Father, were those the same raiders we rescued our wolves from when they were pups?
Yes. These were coal raiders. Wolf eaters.
I bet they have other camps around here. If so, I'd like to take care of them so they can't hurt any more animals.
Perhaps.
Got it. Maybe I'll start eating them. You want to eat wolves? Fine, I'll eat you. We'll see who can eat whom first. Good idea? What do you think? What do you think? Good idea? It's a good way to declare dominance. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you about that eating life? Bet. So am I. Now I'm finna eat you. I know where that is, actually, but I don't want to go back to it. Please, no cannibalism? No? You're saying you don't think it's a good idea. Weep. You know I respect your opinion, brother. I really do, man.
3 legendary weapons.
But I'm going to eat them.
Do you have a favorite, Father?
No.
I'm going to eat
They
them.
are tools for specific tasks. A preference would be meaningless.
I like the axe.
That was a cute
I
conversation.
do like the axe.
Aww! What a cool moment. 3 legendary weapons, Father. You have a favorite? No. They are tools for destruction. To have a favorite would be meaningless. I like the axe. I like the axe too. Imagine me getting emotional when father and son get along. Yeah.
Brother, about the oracles of your lands, would you say they manipulated events? Did they have an agenda?
I do not doubt they held their own interests first. But in my experience, they could be easily fooled by their own prophecies.
Brother,
Look,
Is that the other arm to Tyr's statue?
Tis. What's this? Melee attacks have a luck chance to critically strike, creating a damaging explosion. Oh! A 4% chance? I'll take it. I love a low chance of something happening, because when it happens, it's big. Big if true.
defend the peace.
You know, this looks like something a giant would wear.
good eye. Tyr's bracers were crafted by the finest artisans in Jotunheim. Like Tyr, the Jotnar also believe the best offensive strategy is a good defense. So, this is how they chose to honor him.
The giants were not wrong.
Haha, couldn't be me y'all easy though. Me internally tears, yeah. I do like going a melee focus build. I feel like that's so Raven of me, you know what I mean? Do I want to go see if I can get that dum-dum? Maybe. From downtown? This is such a chill game, honestly. Sometimes you forget what it's like to just play video games and chill. You know what I mean?
Brock's riddle. Could the answer be nothing?
What gets bigger the more you take away? Nothing. I don't think so, brother.
I do not like riddles.
They're still going on about that riddle. That's amazing. I love it. I love they haven't let it go. That's one of the things I've learned about my stream, actually. Where some streams you kind of go to, you know, there's an overall theme, or there's a gimmick, or there's drama, or there's just chatting for 4 hours. I feel like here it's just a place where it's a vibe. You know what I mean? The same way I think a lot of us grew up watching friends play video games in our living room. Like, I used to do that. Me and my best friends, if I was doing homework, they'd be playing Final Fantasy X, and I would just be in the same room doing my homework, listening and watching, or doing something else entirely, right? And I feel like a lot of times that's what this stream is. It's a place people just kind of show up and just hang out. It's not a place to go to get your rocks off or get your jokes off, or to get attention from the streamer, me, or for fame or for clout. It's just, you know what? I want a place I can just hang out and chill and detox for a bit, like Nina said. And they come here. And that's my stream. I've got to learn to love that.
Lad, am I right in getting the sense you've actually gotten to know Thor's daughter somewhat?
Yeah, Thrude's great. Wants to be a Valkyrie one day. And she deserves to be. Of course, I told her all about the Valkyries we faced, but I'm not sure how much she believes me. They didn't go great when I tried to tell her stories about her grandfather, though.
Anyone can have a blind spot when it comes to family. Some only learn the truth in the hardest way.
You come here for the attention?
Is that the helmet
Shut
from
up.
your statue over there?
Nice. Nah, I like what I have already.
Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds. Too bad Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
Dang, that's true. Write him off. Write that dude off. I'm pretty sure that's where the hidden thing is. I may as well get it out of the way. What if I'm wrong? Haha. Haha. What if, right? Smiley face. Beepin', you come here for the attention? Cap of the day. I think this is where it is. Having one glance at the treasure map, it looks like the treasure should be over here. I'm gonna be mighty salty if I'm wrong. Might do a lot of that. Wait, was that a glowing piece? Was that right? Maybe I won't have to be really salty. Maybe I am right. Oh. I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe. I said that I'm a hoe. Thought I was right and I wasn't. Pour one out for Okaydrian. Thought I first tried it. I didn't. I'm trash. I'm garbage. I think it's in one of those style towers, though. Just not this one. I'm not going to go exploring every tower for some treasure. That just ain't me. I ain't the one. You know what I mean? I got other things to do. Second time I fell for that, though. That's the second time I've fallen for that same little shortcut that's not really a shortcut. Oh! Hello! Can you not? Okay. Yoink him, yak him, smack him, smack him. Oh, bullied. Iframes. Oh, you got next. You got next, Playboy. You got next. You got next. I don't know, Sam, you tell me. You tell me.
All right, let's keep moving.
Sometimes light work be light work. What can I say? Ooh. Nah.
Iron peace, not a golden war.
Well, I think that's the last of it. Doubtful we'll find any more interesting bits.
Everyone from all 9 realms really loved Tyr, huh?
Where I come from, gods of war are not revered in such a way.
Not all gods of war are the same, brother.
No, they are not.
What are you trying to say? Say it with your chest. Oh, wait, you can't. You can't. But what are you trying to say? The problem is me? Problem was me. Growth. Oh. Yeah. He's talking about Ares who conned Kratos, the original God of War. He who should be and would be God of War. Who conned Kratos into setting ablaze his own village, killing his wife, beloved, and family. And then Kratos realized he had been conned and said, "You can't con me." He said, "LOL, wanna bet?" He said, "LOL, yeah." And thus God of War was born. Body massages were all involved. I'll do these some in the area. I'm here. I'll wait for that. And then I'll return to the main storyline. I think 3 hours of doing side questing is about enough. It's just like that famous Twitter account that says the name of the movie in the movie. Okay. News to me. I still think that bit with Kratos explaining it to Freya is one of the top moments of the game so far. What do you mean? Him explaining what happened to him, giving his side of the story about his life and how he was brought up when he was raised as a Spartan, when Spartans are made to do.
Brother, what you said before about the oracles of your land being fooled by their own prophecies, I get the sense that was coming from personal experience, aye?
Yes. Once, I sought the Oracle for a means to break my bondage to Ares. One priestess had visions that showed her Olympus would be brought to ruin by the God of War. Therefore, she helped me, intending to undermine Ares and protect her realm. She did not foresee that I would kill him and take his office. In the end, I proved her vision of doom correct.
So the Oracle herself brought about the very future she hoped to avoid. I suppose we're in fine company at that.
There's a lot of that in this game.
That looks an awful lot like a raider camp to me.
Shall we take care of them, brother?
We shall. Hello, Raiders. Camp time's been canceled. I'm your new camp counselor. Welcome to camp. Them boyos getting stunned. Bullied. Who wants a body massage?
It's gonna blow!
Thunk.
That is all of them.
See, fights like that make me feel really good about myself. Just the you can't possibly know my pain, wanna bet? When you're ever traveling with her to break the binding, she accuses him of not being able to understand the loss of a child. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he had a child before. He had a daughter. And then explaining that he was the cause of his own suffering in a way. Not intentionally, obviously, but yeah. It was a great conversation, I agree. You are correct, beep beep. As you oftentimes are, my little Kupo. My little Kupo. Do I like that? Oh, I didn't know I could charge that up. Or I forgot I could charge it up. Let me fix my face. Oh, it's okay. I'm right here.
They still whine.
There are more Coal Raiders out there, and they know it.
They fear that which can no longer hurt them.
They were only puppies when the Coal Raiders killed their pack. When the wolves smelled them, it was like they became those same scared pups again.
He's so good at relaying the idea of like pops. Can you understand for a moment what these little pups are going through, or nah? This thing working?
Oh, guess what? While Odin was giving me a tour, his ravens took us to Svartalfheim, and I saw Durlin again. He was actually trying to do his job. We pretended not to recognize each other. At least I think he was pretending. Point is, it looked like Odin didn't know anything about Durlin helping us find Tyr.
Nothing to say about that, Kratos? Okay, I guess not. Good story. What's up here? Okay. Oh, that's unfair.
Like it hurts.
Oh no!
Behind you! Look out!
Oka!
Don't backdash. Come fight me. You wanted this? Come get it.
That's frost in my neck,
Ah, look, they're gonna do a superhero landing. Yeah. Yeah. A grunt, good. I thought so too, but we didn't get it. Rest in peace, our feelings. Rest in peace, our wants and desires. Should I be concerned? Okay. There's no camp up here. Why am I even up here? Nosy, that's all. I just want to see what's popping up here. Got some hacky sack, okay. Got that door and some down ramps. Let's check the down ramps first. Okay, what's down here? Can you smell what the rock is cooking down here? Can anyone smell what the rock is cooking? No one. Just a long way up. I remember going here in the first game when this was an actual lake. I wanted for so long to be able to explore all this and I couldn't right away, and I thought it was so cool when I finally could. I was overly giddy, actually. Like, wow. Just like that, too. Wow. My old stomping grounds.
It's kind of weird I miss using this place.
How so?
I don't know. It was a place we could depend on.
Yep.
Just reminds me of a time before everything changed.
Amen.
Everything changes. Always. Even when you cannot see it.
Well said, brother.
Thank you. Still got the forge going strong out here.
Sure, I'm open.
Let's say it like that. He's saying it like I'm taking him away from something.
You
Oh.
make up your mind.
Sure, I'm open. I guess. Shit. Oh, I have the Asgardian ingot to upgrade this, but I ain't got the muns. Remember earlier when I said, haha, what's money? This is what money is. Power.
What about your boy?
Not enough beast scraps
What are you
or beast
looking for?
bones. Okay.
Oh, so I'm just some clodhopper?
Don't take it personally, my guy. Wow. Quiet. If this is Tyr's temple and Tyr's on the up and up to returning back to form, I have a feeling we'll be coming back here sooner than later.
Hey, Mimir, do you ever notice Thor talk to his hammer?
Oh, still doing that, is he?
Yeah. Is he, like, charming the steel or casting a spell or something?
No, just a weird bloke.
Yeah.
It's sad the lake freezing over broke the realm travel table.
It is just a table.
I know. And being able to use the gateways to realm travel is way more convenient. But, I don't know. The tree roots spreading, flowers wilting and fruit growing, the light show with the crystals. It really was something to see.
It was.
Aw. Okay. I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Thank you. Good night.